Okay. Welcome to 2025, everybody. This is the first video I'm actually making in 2025. Everything that you've seen before this was done in 2024, including the one where I was working on the granulator. Nothing really interesting today. I'm going to be breaking down the yokes from the various TVs that I've been tearing apart the last few videos. These 9 are the yokes from the CRT projector televisions that I broke down in that one video. And then this box over here has all the yokes from all the various TVs that I was breaking down, CRT Tvs that I was breaking down previously. And a few extras laying around here as well. But what I thought might be interesting, this is one of these. So I've already broken one of the 3 down. What I thought might be interesting in all of this is to see how much all of this weighs. So I'm going to break down these 9, get all the copper out of these, and then I'll weigh them, and then I'll break down all of these and weigh them. And we'll see how much, and I'll count how many is in this box as well. It should be about 20, I think. Maybe a little bit more. I know I did at least 2 loads. The one video showed me doing 1 load, and then I did another load as well. So that's what we'll primarily focus on, and I do not have the degaussing cables down here for these. Excuse me. I've got one degaussing cable down here. Everybody should know that these are primarily usually copper, a solid copper wire that runs all the way around the picture tube. The projector TVs do not have them. So don't expect to find them in the projector TVs. Only the standard CRT models will. So I've got about 20 of these cables that I need to do. I know at least one of them will be aluminum, but we'll take a look at all of them once I've, I'll do a separate video on all these cables just to see how much they weigh as well. I think that might be a little interesting as well. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I'll probably fast forward through a lot of this. Some of these still have boards on them that I need to remove. And that's probably how I'm going to remove them for the time being. But they've just got some MOSFETs and there's like a little copper spool right there. Everything else looks standard, the capacitors and whatnot, resistors and whatnot. So the heat sinks on these look to be still heat sinks. So let me just break these guys off. And all 3 of them should be about the same. Yep, I don't see anything special on any of them. Toss those in my board box over there to go through later, and we will break all these down. I've already removed the stainless steel clamps on them, so I've gotten a little bit of a head start on it, but not too far along. You can see some of these in the upper portion will have another copper spool in here as well, and we don't want to miss that. And a lot of them will have, or some of them will have a copper donut here as well. And there is a little bit of copper that you will lose if you just trim this off and throw it away. I will actually throw this in with my board so that I can get this off a little bit later, since I do micro scrap a good bit. So, but just be aware, some of it will go into your wire if you can get it separated. I might have to take my gloves off so I've got a little bit more dexterity here. But as we know, it's got these little clips on the outside. They're steel. Pop those off. And I know some of you guys just smash these with a hammer and get right at it. I like doing it a little bit cleaner. That way I have less cleanup to do in my shop. I don't mind breaking the pieces, but the cleaner I can get it off, the better. Now this stuff is ferrite, so it can go into your steel shred. And there's our copper nuggets. There's the first two, and then these two. Those two. We'll go through these guys later. Now we definitely need to have gloves off for that because it's really fine work. Who have come down to join me? Oleg. What's up, Oleg? I hope everybody's enjoying the new year. Don't know about everybody else. We've got about 6 inches of snow or so in the last week, which we love. The Huskies especially love it. Get that off without burning too much. Yeah. Put that away later. And I do not know if I've ever come across any of these yokes that are aluminum. I think they all had to be copper. I could be wrong on that, but you know, I don't recall ever coming across one that was not. Now this one has metal rings on it. Are these steel? Yes, they are steel. Yeah. So I'll toss those in the steel bucket along with the other ferrous material. Those spring clips will go flying. Oh, came all the way apart. Oh, throw that one in here with steel. There. A little bit of copper I might be tossing away with this because there's little pieces on the attached to the plastic. There's Sophia. Hi, Sophia. How you doing, sweetie? As you can see, these really don't take all that much time to go through. Now Oleg's taking up position behind me on the floor. So that's all those. A little bit of stray wire here. Where's my scale? Here it looks like. Okay. I'm going to do this. Not sure if you guys are going to, how well you guys are going to be able to see all this. So these are just the yokes of the 9 CRT projector yokes. What measure? We got it on kilograms right now. Okay. Okay, we're torn it now. It's still moving on me. Get all this in before this. Okay, I have no idea what the scale's doing. We've got 2,310 grams, 5 pounds, 1.4 ounces. But we have to subtract the bucket, which is 1 pound, 12.2 ounces. 800 grams. So we'll do the math on that and figure out how much exactly we have there for that copper. And that does not include these little bits of copper here, which I will go through in just a few minutes. You watch me or not on that. I'm just going to set these to the side right now. Move my scale out of the way. Turn it off. And we'll get to work on the rest of these guys now. Some of these came out of the TV kind of halfway. You know, they're so fragile that they came apart as I was taking them out. So I have a lot of glue and resin left on them still. We'll see how clean we can get them. Everything will eventually burn off in the furnace, but we'll see what we can do here. That's so horrible, I think. Yes. This plastic is just shattering like crazy. It's just so brittle from being so old. Good chunk of it. I don't know if I can do much more of that one. Before I went for a look at this wire's picked up out of my way so I can keep this area fairly clean. With the granulator now I can toss all these small wires into it and get good recovery on them. I've got something coming to separate. Got something on the way to help separate the copper from the plastic and the granulated copper. I can show you what I mean here. This is the granulated copper that I get from that machine. And so you can see it did a good job on releasing the copper from the plastic, but now I've got to separate them. And I ran some of it through the blue bowl, but a good portion of the black and white plastics, they're PVC and they're actually fairly dense compared to water, so they don't really want to float in water, even with a little bit of movement. At least not the amount of movement that I'm getting in the blue bowl. So I've got something on the way that should help improve that. And I'll show you that when the time comes. But for now, back to processing yokes. Some of these I'm not even know how to steal. I'm not even know how to take them apart until I actually get into them here. But every single one of these is different. These are the kind that I'm not particularly fond of. I like the ones from like the projectors there because the copper, the ferrite was on the outside and the copper comes in one nice big chunk. These have the ferrite inside the copper. The copper surrounds it, so you gotta take more effort to get the copper out clean. And we have to go upstairs and throw dogs here in a few months. The inside's usually come out pretty clean. That's nice. The outside's not so much. But I'll wait a few minutes on those. That was 1.5. That's on that. Oh, we've got to do this one anyway. I don't know what the brass looks like. Some of these look like they're built like a tank. The ring did not remove. We'll check this to make sure it's stainless or not. And this one has some extra copper, looks like. Now this one's really weird. The upper piece, whatever you want to call it, looks pretty standard, but the center piece is all wound into plastic. There's that. Plastic one, good. I mean, that's not too terrible, but definitely a different way of doing it. Alright, next. Sometimes a little bit force what it takes. Now, this one's rather heavy. This one came off one of those old sets on the looks of it. This one even has a band holding the ring on there. I need a wrench, looks like. maybe 11 cents. More than that. Quarter. Yeah. This is not going to be stainless steel, I can tell you that right now. Not all this rust on it. Right side, easily remove ferrite. That looks like a staple on point. It's very fragile now. That I like. Comes off nice and easy. Yes, I like that a lot. That's a big boy. Not the same design though. Let's see metal on that one. Ring. This is another one where it's all wound through the plastic, so we'll have to strip it out. Right side, not quite easier. Very fragile plastic. Very fragile plastic. This one looks like it's got some small copper wound pieces in this area too. Right there, that'll be copper wound. Also, there's other pieces. Looks strange little design here. Okay. There's two. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have actually lost count. I think this is, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus I know that one of them came out clean, so that's 8 of them at least. This looks like a copper bearing as well. It has these things on it. There's obviously copper on this one. I don't have much on it. On this one too. That's 9. There's 10. My wife is currently in the Philippines, so I'm unattended, which she knows is never a good thing to leave me unattended. Number 11. Sure, tell me what kind of trouble I might get into when I'm unattended. The first time she left me unattended for a week, I got in my bath. Totally redid it. That was before we were married. See, that was number 11. Oh, sorry, wait. There's a little piece of steel on it, feels like. No. Number 12. Number 13. Number 14. It's got gooey blue on it. Over the entire scene too. you can do it at this temperature, which my shop's currently at 49 degrees, which is about 9 Celsius, it looks like over there. The plastic is fragile. The glue does not. I like getting this steel hand off. I'm destroying everything else. The rest of it's still fall apart. Inside came out clean enough. I'll recount these when I'm done breaking everything down. I think this is number 15 is my positive number. Regular wood. I'm not even 40 wood. Always down to the bottom of the... It's got board on it. Not too nice copper spools on this board. Can't just pop this one off. Got a couple more of these small copper spools up top. We'll micro scrap later. Now this is one of the good ones because the copper's not wrapped around correct. There's more going on up here. Not a pick. Where seems there. Well, this has got copper all the way around the bottom. There we go. Nice full copper there. That's a nice little bonus. Different design I've not seen before. It's got copper up. I've had two, maybe get clean outers on. Much all over this one too. And this is parchment. It might take a little bit here. That's fine. I always been back straight. Just much down the bottom here. Those. 1, 2, 3. So finish taking these three apart. I'm going to take a break, and we'll come back and I'll break all this stuff apart and add it away again. Another one of these little copper coils at the top. These actually have some pretty decent copper on them. And another one's got nice ferrite that should give us clean copper. I say clean, but it's got blue all over it. But at least it's clean enough that you don't have to smash it to get the, This another one's got the ring here. There we go. I have two more of these TVs to break apart, CRT TVs that is. I've got one LCD projector TV to take apart. But I really can't do that until the weather improves. Just keep out of here. We've got 3 with clean copper. Or clean hours, I should say. We'll part as we try. Yeah, I've got 20 of these. And that's why that transistor or transformer that came out of one of them. I've got to figure out a process for that. The rest of the stuff in this box is also going to be apart. And we'll zenith box with some down here. I think this is a bug zapper and a few little eyeballs in there. So I'm going to take a break on this one. No schmutz on that. So I can break some of this stuff off real quick. Burn as little plastic as possible when I do this. I guess that's about as clean as we'll get. So I will take a break and I'll come back and we will break all these apart. So basically what I'm going to have to do is I'll break the ferrite in pieces and just pull the copper off as best we can. The glue gets in the way is the problem if it has glue on it. But we'll see what we have to do to get all this lovely copper off. So real quick. Get a little bit of stretch. Try not to cut it all into bits because then it just goes everywhere. There it goes. That's kind of the idea of what we're doing. There we go. We'll figure out the rest of that. So we got 3 with clean uppers and the rest of these. Let's go a little head count real quick. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Go ahead and call it 20. I'll put those in there. 20 plus 3, that's 23. Be back in a little bit and we'll get the rest of this. Okay, back to my break. Fed the dogs. Let's get these pieces all busted off. What we can do here. The problem with trying to break these off is when you have resin on it like this, it often gets in the way and makes it where the copper won't come off unless you get the resin off, the glue. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not so easy. And I think it's easier to shatter these pieces into smaller bits so they come out a little quicker. I'm tempted to throw one of these in with the into a furnace with the ferrite to see what happens. There's a possibility that it just melt off ferrite cleanly. Three down, about 20 to go. Good to go. Now this one in particular, there's so much resin on it. So much glue. Hook. Hey, my hands are already getting tired just from trying to manipulate the size it is. This is one I'm doing some amounts. I might try running through the hammer mill. It'll pulverize the ferrite. And copper would just ball up most likely. I might want a bigger screen than the 10mm screen that I've got on now. next time I have some decent weather, I need to get out there and look at the granulator and figure out how to remove the screen from that, because it's got a 6mm screen on it. And I definitely want something smaller for it, so I need to figure out how to remove it so I can replace it. Yep. Once I figure out how to remove it, I'll get some punch plate that's smaller. And depending on how it's in the machine, I might be able to put it as a backing plate on the existing screen so that I get finer particles out. I just need to see how it's configured in there, so I can figure out if I can do that or not. Or if I have to replace the entire screen. It's okay too, it's just, it's got to be a similar thickness to do that. But right now, I'm getting pieces out that are substantially bigger than I would like. Get this all out. Get my clean up shop again after doing all this. The prime example where you want a good handle device in your shop, so you got something good and solid to beat on. I've got this handle here as well. And I think a good solid device, the biggest one that you can find, best quality one that you can find, is probably one of the most important tools that you'll have in scrapping. As I'm doing this, what I'm doing is I'm beating it along the center of the piece so that it breaks up in the middle. That way I'm able to get all the little pieces out of it. Try to get as much of the spare out as possible. A little bit may stick in there, but I'm going to finish building my fume hood here in the next week or so. No, I say finish. I may not finish it completely, but I hope to have it operational. I'll put it that way. I've got everything to finish it, but the whiteboard that I want to line it with, so that it's nice and bright inside, is 4x sheet. I don't have a way of cutting it easily in my shop, so I need to do that outside. And as I said, weather's keeping me from doing things outside right now. So I hope to get it all plumbed and everything have it functional here in the next few days. Which basically just tells me cutting the boards for the top, drilling 2 holes for the vent to go out the top of the hood and to go out the window. And then I originally planned on using duct venting for the vent, but after thinking about it a little bit, I decided to change it to PVC pipe. It should be a little easier to work with, and should not pose a problem, I don't believe. I don't believe that any of the fumes should affect the PVC. And part of it is because I can only get ductwork in 5-foot sections, and I can get the PVC pipe in 10-foot sections, so I should only have joints where the elbows are. Still in too. So that's the next few days. I just gotta move it and get down here and get it done. I got a new pup foster here coming in tomorrow. I get him for the first month by myself. Lillian is in the Philippines, her home country, for her 50th reunion for her school, I believe. Summer reunion that her classmates are going, so. These are bigger than I wanted. This piece of brick. It's got a lot of resin on it, so I'm not sure how easy this could come out. and I'm getting a bad cold, so I don't know if you can hear my voice still. I can still feel it a little bit. One thing's for sure, as I've mentioned to many people over the years, is as we get older, we don't bounce the way we used to. I used to get sick, and 2 days later I was back out working, heavy labor. I used to get sick and down for a week at least. Oleg has rejoined us. And Sophia. Got 1 or 2 others that will come downstairs to the shop, but they don't come down as often as these 2 do. And the trio that we fostered this past summer, Caillou, Peaches, and... gosh, what was the third one's name? Caillou, Peaches, and Coda. They would come down here as well. And they're back with their owners now, living the best life they can, but they're going to be coming back and visiting with us for a couple months this spring, summer. So, they were very well behaved, so of course they are both. The one joining us tomorrow, Kai, he is the biggest boy I think I've ever seen. He's even bigger than Oleg here. But he's not chunky like Oleg. Oleg's a little chunky. Trying to get his weight down, but... let's see, got some resin here. There we go. Put that all up. This bucket is looking pretty full. I'm real curious to see how much this thing weighs once we get it up here. Now we have to remember that the bucket itself weighs 800 grams, I think it was, a little over a pound. Pound 5 ounces, something like that. We'll figure all that out. If anything, I'll edit the numbers in so that we've got a good total on both these buckets. But I really do not mind doing these old TVs, CRTs, and the projectors. If you have a way of disposing of the tubes, that's a big thing. If your jurisdiction doesn't charge you to dispose of them, take them. There's a good little bit of copper on them. Now they still work, you may want to try and sell it. There's a contingent of the gaming community that loves these. And in fact, I just saw one, apparently the largest CRT TV ever made was a 43-inch Sony, and they didn't make many of them. A guy here, I believe it's in New Jersey, he found one in Japan, Okinawa, I believe, and had it. The guy gave it to him, but he had it shipped back here, and it took a small army of men to ship it back here because it weighed over 400 pounds. But it's considered by many of the gamers to be like the holy grail of CRT TVs, and it may be the only one that they actually know of that's still around. He got it back and got some people, actually I think I got these in California, got some people come in and help him adjust the TV, because it was not quite aligned correctly. Almost free. So do check to make sure it's working. If it's in working order, check to see if anybody wants it. You'll get a heck of a lot better than scrap value out of it. Scrap, of course, being the absolute smallest amount that you'll ever get for anything. As I said, I do this for fun. I don't do it for money. Yes, I bought a granulator and hammer mill to help me do these things. They're expensive tools, and if we're trying to make money doing this, I would need a lot of scrap before it paid for itself. The nice thing is that at some point, when I'm done with these tools, I can pass them on to the next person and recoup a little bit of money. Probably not all of it, but for me, it's just playing around, having fun. Helps me relax. Doing things like this, gets a little aggression out with the whacking. Not that I'm very aggressive, but all of us have a little bit we gotta get out at times. Not making too bad of a time on this. And I'm going to have lots of it. Once I do these, once I do the Gaussian cables, I'm probably going to have 2 buckets of copper. I need to do a melt day. Let's see if I can set it up. I have to look at the weather and see if I've got a day that looks conducive to it. I don't mind running the furnace out in the cold, but I just don't know if I can do it. I need, I guess I'm not too worried about if it starts snowing. That shouldn't have an impact on it. You know, I'm sure it'll make a good circle around itself with dry concrete. I have to be a little bit more careful with my tools. Usually I wait until a nice dry day where even concrete has given up most of its moisture. go back over here in a few minutes and those fairy done. Plenty of copper wires in here as well. Pieces that are coming off. That's not okay. Nope. So there's clean up around the shop. But it's looking a little better than it did a few weeks ago. Part of what I need to clean up is getting all this scrap processed, so that I can get it all more organized. Plastic stems on it too. What's in that bucket? My lights. A little bit of it on top of the bucket, but it won't make too much of a difference. And we've got plastic fins on it. Correct, it's just not moving very much away. There we go. Nice thing is copper being ductile, you can pry it back and forth a little bit and it'll stretch. Grab that one. Be a little more aggressive with that tongue. Nice of you. Oh, that's half done or so. Still get in there, there you go. That's one of these. I'm going to clean up my bench here with steel bits. Scale back over here and we'll do a weigh-in. Okay. So yeah, bring the scale back over here. Get it ready to cover. Yes, no, it's not a lot of copper, but try and save as much as you can. Steel, or rather, much ferrite. These little bit of boards and stuff that we got. plastic. My hands, we'll get got wires on it. Rub. Okay, see how much this I can get out of here easily. You guys probably are not interested in watching me do this very long. So I'll fast forward through all this for you. But we shall try to hold this up. Yeah, looks like most of it. Look at another brown there. Still got the truck. Buried brown too. The rest of this is all plastic resin for most parts. Okay, that's the weight. So we know that our bowl is, or our bucket is 800 grams. And we are on kilograms. We have 5,855 grams now, so roughly 5 kilos of copper out of 20 of those. £12, 14.6 ounces. That's not a bad little bit of copper. Before I do anything with it, I do have another clean bucket over there. I wanted to see if I have a smaller container. Actually, no, this is going to be have to do it because I mean, yeah, that's a hefty amount of copper. And I've now got a full 5-gallon bucket of copper here. Stronger on the handle. Let's see how much this whole bucket weighs. So all my copper's in the bucket now. Oh, that's at least 30 pounds, I bet. 30 pounds, 11.4 ounces. $13.93 kilos. So 13 kilos, roughly, of copper. I have got to do a melt. That's a lot of copper. So tomorrow I will come down, or later tonight, one or the other. I will bring in the degaussing cables and I'll do all those and see how much more we get. Yes, Sophia. Here's Sophia. She comes down to join me sometimes. Okie dokie. So we'll see you later. Have a good one, guys.